All right, this is another episode of New Power Flow Podcast, episode 58. Sneak and Burn. We got Miss No Face Left Behind herself.
No Face Left Behind.
But yeah, that's she
Shakira.
Doing, yeah, she be doing makeup.
Shakira.
Yes, we got on the
Oh,
podcast.
baby, when you talk like that.
But me and Kira go way back.
For real?
Yeah,
How y'all know each other?
from high school.
Okay. All right. Ballot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did a year at Ballard, but I actually graduated high school in New York.
Oh, okay.
You So I got a funny story, bro, about me and Kira. You remember when we I don't know what we did. We went on a date or something. We went bowling or something back in high school.
Yeah, with Nick and Sherelle.
Damn, it wasn't. I thought it was Big Mike and Shay. I couldn't remember, but
Nah, it was definitely Nick and Sherelle.
yeah, yeah. That
What's
was
the
when I
funny
first started
story?
driving. Huh?
What's the funny story?
Nah, because that was when I first started driving, so I had my permit. So I was in my mama's car, and she was like, "Yeah, be home by this time." And me and Kira was kicking it or whatever, and I wasn't home by that time. So I was flying home, and then I got a ticket that night.
Wow, I've never had a speeding ticket ever.
Yeah, I got a speeding ticket on Hirschborn, bro. It was 45. I think I was doing 65. I was trying to
With
get
a
home.
permit?
Yeah, I didn't have my license.
How'd that go? Because, I mean, I don't know. Like, I thought you couldn't drive without somebody.
Maybe, no, I did have my
You had to
license.
have your
I had just got them, though.
Yeah.
I had just got them.
Because they was calling your mom if you ain't had no license.
Yeah, I didn't have a car yet, but I was in my mama's car. And I was late. Yeah, so that's the funny story.
So what'd you say to her? Did she ask you why you was late?
I mean, of course she did. I don't remember what I said. Yeah, that was a 16, 31 now, so yeah, I ain't.
No.
But that was
Very funny story there, Steve.
Nah, well, I mean, it ain't funny, but but that was my first speeding ticket though. So that was my first like interaction, having to be pulled over with a cop and shit. And yeah, that was weird because I didn't know what to do. But it just so happened that it happened like after I just left from seeing her. So
Look at how life comes full circle.
I know.
And now here you are on the podcast.
You are
with
so
two fucking,
animated.
huh?
You're very animated.
I ain't did nothing yet.
No, just generally. Like, I always think that when I listen to episodes. I'm like, he's very animated. But when he was talking in the kitchen and he was like, giving like the ad-libs, I was like, oh, he's like that in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we had video when I said step over the stomach last week.
Yeah, that was funny. I didn't even catch it until I did catch it. I caught that on the show.
Yeah, I was really trying to get that off. That's the other thing. It's like
I was really trying to
get that off. Like I have something in my head that I want to say. It was really hard with like 3 other people in here because it was like I got to get this in, and everybody's talking. Nah, you trash. And I was trying to like get a joke in. Yeah.
I listened to a podcast called The Grown Folks Table.
Okay.
And they have, it used to be 6. I think they're down to 4 people now, but they usually have guests.
Yeah.
So I always think that like, dang. Because they try to keep it like under an hour.
Yeah. Oh, see,
I feel like it's not enough time for everybody to say what they really want to say.
What you want? Yeah, what you want to say?
Like, I ain't even talk for real last week. That's I ain't even say nothing for a week.
Was it something that you wanted to get off your chest?
Nah, but I'm saying it was just like where every time I tried to say something, somebody else was talking. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
fourth mic, gift and a curse.
Yeah, I don't know how Takara and Terrell did a show with 8 people. That's crazy.
Now who they do a show with? Wu-Tang?
Yeah, that's definitely intense.
But before we cut the mics on, we was having a little conversation just about
why do fucking people ask or say, "Hey, I saw your ex"? That was the conversation.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it was getting good, and I was like, "Fuck, we should have had this on the show."
We just stopped.
So we about to redo it.
Y'all gonna get it in real time, but like for a second time.
This is the unorganic version.
Yeah.
But yes, I just had
the process version.
We was talking, and I had a situation where somebody just called a little bit before we started recording, and they were saying that they had seen my ex or whatever, and that led to us asking like, why do people? Well, Kira asked me how did I feel about it, and to me, I don't really. feel one way or the other, but Kira and Vern definitely feel strongly about
I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I feel like don't talk to me about nobody you don't see me with. Especially
those are
like
bars.
I feel like most people who say it to you are like people who are not even close to you enough to be like, is this a sensitive subject? So yeah, don't talk to me about nobody you don't see me with.
Steve's the only person ever done it to me.
What?
I saw your ex.
I did
Nigga
that?
even sent me a picture of it. He saw.
When I do that, bro?
Get the bleep ready. Yeah, nigga, Penn Station.
Nah, nigga, I
Is this
didn't,
your?
bro, because I
dog.
didn't recognize. I was like, I think I saw it, but it ain't. I mean, but
It was
I was like,
hard.
but I don't know. But I did, yeah, I did.
Snuck a picture and
I
everything.
did zoom all the way in on the nigga on the latest iPhone. What was that
Yeah, that-
iPhone?
probably an
9
8?
back then.
Yeah,
8.
it was 7.
Nah, it was some years ago.
It was.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's touchy for me. Like,
What's the response you think they expecting, or are they just trying to start a conversation?
I think that people don't know how to have a conversation. So
Now hold on. Now this with Steve, like she called him, so it's not even a. It's not. She just does she listen to the show?
No, I don't think so. But we cool though. We actually got like, I mean,
Y'all friends.
Yeah, we used to talk. We had a like. I mean, we weren't in a relationship, but it was kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay. So she actually look.
We had relationships.
that's
like,
weird. Don't try to
had-
bond with me over that.
That is kind of.
Yeah.
It still can't
It's
make it make
strange.
sense.
No, it doesn't
can't
make
it
sense.
make sense. Like, hey, call me, not shoot a text, or we already having a conversation about something else. Oh, that reminds me. By the way,
Yeah.
I saw such and such.
Or you seen such and such, and it reminded you of me. So now you have to call me.
Now that I actually see, like
But
that
even
actually kind of
then-
makes a little bit of sense. I can see somebody being like, I need a reason to call or whatever. Oh, here's one, and then you know what I'm saying.
But even then, you don't have to start the conversation like that. You could just be like, "Yo, thought of you. Hope all is well." Like, don't hit
don't
me
do
up like,
that.
"Yo, I bumped into such and such." Because
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, what am I? How am I supposed to respond to that? What am I supposed to say to that? Oh yeah,
That's exactly what I did.
oh yeah, for real. Then what?
Yeah. What? Okay. After you say, "Oh yeah," how did the conversation go?
She was like, "She's pretty," and I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Give a fuck.
then we just started talking
Why you
regular.
telling me how
I
somebody look
dated
that
her.
I don't deal?
I know how she looked.
Yeah. Why you telling me about somebody I don't deal with no more? How they look? Are you trying to make me miss them or something? What if I just bust out crying on the phone? She's pretty. I know.
Nigga, was
Then
fucking
how
I
do
weird.
miss her.
No, I
you're
honestly
weirdo.
think
Hey woman,
people,
if you're listening,
they just don't know how to have conversations.
said I miss you, baby. Whoa, whoa. Doop, doop, doop.
Because what generally starts a conversation between two people?
Oh, damn, that's a good question. Because for me, I like to think that I'm a conversationalist. I've done 58 podcasts. I just start talking to somebody. I don't feel like I need to just be like, "Hey, what's up? How's the weather?" You know, it's not that. I'm just gonna say what I want to talk about. I'm just gonna start talking. You know what my favorite conversation is?
What?
What would I do if I won the lottery? Aren't those the most fun?
I think most of my conversations start at music, but also like bruises are a great conversation.
Bruises?
Yeah, like if you see like a random scratch on somebody,
Oh, like scars
or
and
like
shit like
scars.
this?
Yeah,
Like how it
Yeah,
happened?
like how that happened.
Yeah, I never had that, but that would be dope.
Tattoos too.
Okay.
No, I'm saying people do
wasn't
be
trying
asking.
to-
I don't ask people about their tattoos, but I've definitely seen people like, "Hey man, who did your tattoo?" Like, shit
But I feel
that.
like I always thought that people with tattoos thought that was equivalent to like black girl hair. Like, don't ask me about my tattoos. What it may be something
I
sentimental to me.
think
or
every
something.
time,
really?
every
No, I
time I've
think
seen,
tattoos are definitely a conversation starter.
For real? I didn't know.
I think that some people even like without really knowing what your tattoo means sometimes they make their own assumption and they'll spark a conversation based upon what they think about your tattoo.
But that could be offensive.
Definitely. I have a feminist tattoo.
Oh shit, Steve! What the fuck did you do,
Nah,
man?
she definitely done been in
And-
my DMs saying something that I said on the
fuck.
podcast.
Why you he asked her before the mics come on.
Yeah.
This is to the audience, all three of them. He asked before the mics come on. You listen to the podcast. She's like, I haven't listened since, and she like whatever.
She just one episode behind. This nigga Vern hyping some shit.
No, let me get my joke
my
off.
listens are
Fuck.
sporadic.
We probably said something offensive, and she's like, "I ain't fucking with them niggas no
No,
more."
I think that he is like.
How is he?
I told him before.
How is he?
In his
she told me.
DMs.
How is he? Because he don't believe it. I don't know. What's the number, Steve? How many people need to? How many people need to tell you that you're a misogynistic asshole until you believe it?
1 million.
Yeah, I don't even think he would believe after the 1 million though.
And he gets it all the time.
Some stuff that he says is very like offensive.
I'm sorry. So what happened with your feminist? You said,
he didn't say something about my feminist tattoo.
No. I'm sorry. You just said some of the stuff that he says is offensive.
Yeah.
What did he say? That
like
was
he's
offensive?
Definitely not a feminist.
He's not.
No.
No.
We should all be feminists.
It's not.
I guess the question
Steve
is,
hates
what,
male feminists.
I'm not a malist neither.
What about being a feminist is offensive to you?
It's not offensive to me.
This is funny. What you thought that he thinks feminism is offensive?
Well, he said the way he said no. Was
did you listen to?
I'm just saying I'm not a feminist. I'm not a male feminist. Like, yeah, like Coop said he was.
Did you listen to episode 50 when he was talking about how a woman should just be a woman?
What does that mean? This is what I'm saying. Like,
what you talking about, bro?
You in trouble?
No, I'm not.
With her?
I don't even. That was episode 50. I don't even remember what I said. I said
a woman should be a woman. As Ryan said, what does that mean? And
but that's not the first. Clean. That's not the first time he
I didn't
said
say that.
something
Cooking clean. No.
to that effect. That's why I want to know.
That's not the first time.
I could cook for myself. Nigga.
No, he's saying that. Like I think Steve is saying. I don't really want to. I think I understand him, but I don't agree with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he. I feel like he has some traditional thoughts when it comes to women, and ain't nothing wrong with it per se. I don't think. Until like
what's traditional? Say the traditional thoughts. Like what you
cook and clean.
Traditional is very gender role specific.
Gender role specific,
but that ain't true.
I like to hold the door for my woman. You know,
or like something you said on one episode was like alluding to the fact that women should be soft. Not like,
but y'all are though. Y'all supposed to be. What's her name just said that last week? She was like, "Women are naturally nurturing."
That's not soft. Soft and nurturing ain't the same.
So what do you mean by soft?
Soft, like
submissive.
Not specific to submission, but like there's an expectation of how women should handle their emotions, and if they're a different way, it's like you trying to be a nigga. You acting like a guy.
Okay, that's what I was trying to say. You nailed it. You nailed it.
And it's just.
So you see what you understand what she's saying?
I see what you're saying, but I don't.
Those are your thoughts. You don't what?
That's Get my drop real quick.
Get a fucking drop. This nigga still. Let me hit my drop. No. Well, not to gang up on you, but so people see your feminist tattoo and they say what?
So most women are like, "Oh my god, I love that," and most guys are like.
Here we go.
Joke. Yeah, like
what I be hating is when it be like when you turn.
I was really
when it's always
what
an
the
argument.
reactions were to her tattoo, dog.
Okay, well my bad.
Well, one guy told me he didn't think that I embodied what feminism was, and I was like, "Well, what do you believe feminism is?" And he was like, "Oh, it's just." He feels like most feminists are intense. Like I don't need a man for anything. Like a more like independent way of thinking, and I don't think that's what feminism is, but most guys are offended by the word feminism because they interpret it as like men don't matter, and that's not the case. I think feminist just means I have an equal place in this world the same way a man does.
Bars. I agree with that. What do you think, Steve? No, you don't. No, you think women don't deserve the rights to vote or equal pay?
Yeah, I'm all for that. Man, I don't want to mess with a woman that ain't got no money.
Did you want some wine, by the way?
No,
she don't drink.
You don't drink?
Or smoke hookah no more.
Oh, okay.
I was sad.
All right. And the only reason why I asked that is because, that's the other, misogynistic thing that Steve does. He don't never offer women no bourbon.
He thinks we only drink wine.
Yeah.
I don't have
when
no
I
mixer.
was
You can drink.
drinking, my choice was Patron. I don't really like to
See?
just do like mixed drinks or anything. I'll do
But women,
you
there's
drink
women out there that drink
Patron
bourbon.
straight
ain't
shots.
it? Do women drink bourbon?
It depends. I've been on like tastings with like a group of girls.
Steve, would you date a girl that smokes cigars?
Yeah.
Okay. Drink
Unless
bourbon?
you brush your teeth afterwards.
Drink bourbon?
Yeah. You act like I ain't never
LeBron
drunk
fan?
bourbon with chicks.
I don't know. I don't know these things.
Yeah, I done been to distilleries with women and
See,
everything.
I'm trying to build a case for you, by the way.
You trying to
nigga.
make me
Are
look
black
nice.
and
No, I'm not trying to make you look like a feminist.
Are Black and Milds considered cigars?
No.
Okay.
They're considered trash.
Okay.
You smoke Black and Milds?
No, but
Thank God. She almost scared the shit out of me, boy.
I feel a way about women who do. But
How
I
do
try
you
not
feel?
to judge.
How do you feel,
anybody.
feminist? How do you feel about women who smoke
Let
Black
me
and
not
Milds?
say women specifically. I feel a way about
Yeah.
people who smoke.
I had her ass on the ropes already.
no,
boy.
seriously. Like, I don't really
Anybody.
like to deal with people who smoke.
Like when I think of like,
But you smoke hookah? You used to smoke hookah though, right?
Yeah.
if I had to
But
visualize,
hookah's cool, but just not Black and Milds.
I think mine
ain't
was like
cool no
more
more.
social.
why you stop smoking hookah? Because people was getting tuberculosis and shit.
No, I really just try to give up all my vices.
Damn.
Yeah,
Do you
That's
shop?
what she told me yesterday.
I do shop, but I do what's called process of elimination.
What don't I need?
Yeah, and it works.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Like I used to be like an impulsive buyer, but now I'm like
You chill
dang,
out. You got
I
Amazon
already
Prime
have-
account?
I do have Amazon Prime, but
That shit's bad for you.
not really. I use Amazon Prime to buy like household supplies.
Okay. Okay. So you don't
Sometimes
be
they have,
shopping
like-
on there.
No,
Like my girl keep a cart loaded. She keeps a car loaded.
no.
And every once in a while something will just show up on the porch.
I'm like frugal a little bit.
Okay.
So like if I'm in a store and I want to get a book, I'll check the price for it on Amazon.
See
before
where
I
it's cheapest
purchase
at.
it.
Yeah, that's smart. Okay.
But I don't really keep a full cart.
So you ain't got no vices.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah.
You ever had a man that was a vice?
Absolutely.
That's fine.
I gave him up last year
said
too.
that's
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Damn.
said
She's
she
like,
can't
you
let
know
him-
what? I'm not smoking hookah anymore. He's probably like, okay, it's good. And you gotta get the fuck out. Wait, what?
Nah, it didn't really go like that. It was a conversation. I didn't tell him like I was giving up vices, so you gotta go. It was just more like
Imagine that. Imagine that, bro. You go in the fridge, nigga, all your berries is gone and shit.
nah.
Like, what the fuck's going on here?
It was a messy situation, and I was like, I want to respect what you got going on. So like,
Oh, he had a wife.
not a wife.
A baby mama.
He had
A whole relationship. A whole family.
It was like a on again, off again thing.
Yeah. And you was on the off side. When it was when it was on with his girl, you wasn't nowhere to be found. But when it was off, you was right there.
I was on and off again too. That's an honest answer.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So,
This ain't nothing that we had on the docket, by the
Nah,
way.
it ain't, man.
But it's good though. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get to know her. I don't know who she is. You know?
You don't.
I don't. So that's all. Now I know a little bit about her. You know, she says she's done being a side chick. Don't smoke hookah no more.
well,
don't
that
shop.
wasn't the words that I used, but yeah,
Huh?
I think
You can't. Did you have a feminist tattoo while you was being a side chick?
no, I no, I just got this.
Oh, okay.
No, I just got it. It wasn't like that.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I think
He just had 2 girlfriends.
no.
Oh,
It was a
don't-
messy situation.
okay.
I feel judged.
No, don't feel judged, bro. I'm just trying to get in your business. So anyway,
Nah, it was just
John, imagine you have a side chick with a feminist tattoo. Though.
Hey, that's kind of
Hey,
crazy.
just make sure you wear long sleeves before you come over here.
Wait, but what
I don't
does-
want things to get
what
awkward.
does feminism say about relationship triangles to you?
Everybody's a hoe.
Okay.
Does that answer the question?
No.
Oh, I thought it did.
Happiness over everything.
What does feminism say about love triangles?
Yeah.
If everybody's equal, then everybody's a hoe.
okay. But
that's the answer.
But
That's all I got.
I guess what I'm asking is, why can I not have a feminist tattoo?
What I believe, okay, is if you were a true blue feminist, okay, you wouldn't be caught in a love triangle because you would respect the woman on the other side of that triangle enough to be like, you know what? You're not going to put me through this. And most of all, you're not going to put her through this.
Listen, don't do your drops yet, because I have a question.
Hey, I was just bring women on every week and just do this.
Listen, when I entered the relationship with this guy, I
She was
didn't know.
nowhere to be found.
I didn't know about his situation.
Listen, let me tell you something about niggas. 11 times out of 10, they got a situation like that going on.
Yeah, but also, like, I feel like when I get into stuff, I'm passive a little bit, and also I'm not invested until I decide to be invested. So by the time I started like really investing,
yeah, I feel like you're trying to say as much as you can without saying anything at all. Yes or no?
no,
Yes
I'm
or no?
just
Yes or no?
no.
Okay.
I'm being direct
nervous?
without no. I'm trying to be direct without like saying names.
Yeah.
You don't need to say. You don't need to say names.
Come on, bro. You wanted to make closure.
No, I don't want to do anything like that. Please, I'll never want to
I
do
would
another
never
fucking
do anything
podcast like that again.
That's why I asked him, does he feel like he should apologize?
Nah, fuck that shit. We ain't talking about that.
Nah, I'm never. No.
But you don't, even if we're not talking about that situation specifically, you'll never like think about stuff you did and like, damn, I was wrong.
Did or said?
No, I mean, I deleted,
you
deleted the episode because
I think some stuff that you do, it speaks to your character, whether people did you wrong or not. Like how you handle it, it speaks to your character.
Kara,
Yeah,
I really
I
wish
told-
that people
I told-
came
I told-
on. Go ahead, Steve.
I told Vern that I probably should have never did it, but she had a kid, so it's like,
Hit different.
So
yeah, it's just like I don't want that out there.
that was like the straw
need an
that broke the
episode
camel's
deleted.
back for you.
Yeah,
I need an episode deleted too, man.
no, we cool on that. Yeah, that was it.
Wow. How long we been going on no topics?
Nothing.
Yeah. We doing pretty good, man. This is great.
Good. You want to actually?
Nice to meet you, by the way.
You
All right. Now that I know you,
You want to
I
actually?
dig into people's love lives to see who they really are. You know what I'm saying? before there's certain words you don't want to say because you don't know how people are. Then you hear, okay, love triangles. Okay, all right, on again, off again with two different women. Okay, all right. You broke the niggas' windows. Okay, now I know what I can say.
Speaking of love triangles, you see? Did you see where your man was in a relationship with Takara and Melissa Ford?
Oh
Yeah, I seen
that's
that.
dope, man.
They did a podcast about it. Well, I don't think it was about that, but it was a topic. I
mentioned it.
guess they mentioned it on the
I
podcast.
didn't like that they even name dropped. That was corny to me because they didn't have to. They got the topic off without saying a name.
No, they did, but people wanted to know though.
No, Melissa wanted us to know. She was like, "Can I say it?"
Ah, yeah, she did. She said Drake. That was crazy. Like, how do you in a relationship with two friends? That's pretty.
It
ill.
happens.
Nah, Drake's an ill nigga. That's
One of them
pretty ill.
had to know.
No,
How?
they found out.
They was friends,
Yeah.
and neither one of them knew.
Well, it could have been a situation
how friends
where
be in
it
that- you know how-
wasn't a title.
You know how famous
you don't
friends
really
be. They don't be
share
like best
details,
friends where
yeah.
they be together every day type shit.
What year was that? Because Melissa Ford and Takara, you haven't seen them
What is
in
Takara
years.
from? Is she from America's Top? What is she from? She's from
Yeah.
reality show, right?
She's
She was on
from
American
Top
Next Top Model.
Model.
Yeah. I
Okay,
remember.
yeah. And then Melissa Ford, knock yourself out video.
Yeah, Melissa Ford. I'm just
Nah,
saying
man,
they
you
both
don't-
was in that
I
prime
don't know how many
years
times I
of their.
touched myself to that video.
Wow, nigga zip his pants up every time Jada Kiss with the paper towel was on his head. Nigga had to zip his nigga. You know what? I don't even want to do this no more.
When she was getting out that pool, nigga.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
So guys really touch themselves to videos.
Let me tell you something, man.
niggas
Did y'all
niggas
see?
was 12,
Did y'all follow
13.
Jack Harlow? Mm-hmm. Did you see his tweet? It was just like a share of like the
I lied. I don't really follow Jack.
the
Harlow,
Genius
but-
thing where they break
I
down
do.
the lyrics.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's. What did he say?
He said that like he used to get off to like cartoon characters or something like
Oh, no,
that.
that's weird.
Oh,
That's
okay.
weird.
I mean, there's some sexy cartoons out there though.
Well, I thought it was weird too, but I texted my homeboy like, "Yo, this a thing," and he was like, "You never seen She-Go?"
She-Go. I gotta look up She-Go. Who the fuck is
They're
that?
talking about hentai porn.
Hentai.
And he said
Yeah, cartoon
Dexter's
porn.
mom.
Dexter's mom has the fatty. The thing about cartoons, they waist be like
Mad small.
yeah, and then their ass just be massive. Like so, Dexter's mom she had a fat ass. Dexter's mom definitely had a fat ass. Yeah, she go, huh?
I feel like they really
Look it up
beefed
for
it
real.
up on The Incredibles, the second one.
She goes thick.
Yeah, the mama.
Yeah, the mom.
Yeah, the mother.
Yeah, they do the same thing with the small torso, long leg. Yeah, they all the same. But no, I don't think anybody's out here masturbating to cartoons. Nobody normal, at least anyway.
Well, it's like a whole category of that on like porn sites.
Yeah,
For sure.
But ain't
Fucking
nobody
nuts.
normal watching that shit.
Nigga go on Pornhub, nigga, right there on the right, it'd be an ad for The Simpsons. Nigga, you see Marge getting killed out.
I really feel like that's a colonizer thing.
A colonizer, yeah,
Bro,
I agree.
How weird you gotta be curious to see, oh man, I wanna watch Marge get ripped from The Simpsons.
You just got to be
Niggas
like
be
you got to have a mental
weird,
illness,
bro.
For real. Like for real, you gotta have like some other shit going on. Like you just probably just watch it like the first 30 seconds, you just sitting there like.
Why niggas?
But what if it's like, oh, this is interesting, and then once they get their nut off, they just feel disgusting? Because some people do that generally.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I feel like that's 90% of all
I feel like
sessions.
a lot of niggas feel like that after any type of porn
Anything,
they watch. You're like,
anything.
damn, nigga just wasted that good one.
Yeah, man, you got all this shit on your hands. It's like, you know what, man? Like for real, I don't even know why I did this.
Yeah,
I don't even know why I did this.
Niggas is asking themselves that.
Yeah, niggas is really having to come to Jesus with themselves. Moments later, you know what? We not gonna do this no more. I done deleted apps before. Like, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. Yeah. Killed the cookies.
What age did y'all start masturbation?
Start? I don't remember, but I remember it was an accident. I do remember my first time ejaculating.
Yeah, me too.
It was an accident, and I tell you
Me
what,
too. I
it
was
was.
amazed.
It was.
I was like, what the fuck?
You was amazed. I was so grossed out, and I was scarred. Like I was like the next day, got some lotion out of the bottle. It was like watching the lotion come out of the bottle was like, oh God, no! Like it was, oh God, I was scarred for real. I never wanted to see that shit
Shit was
again.
weird. I wasn't supposed to be nothing yet, I don't think.
Whoa,
That consistency was different than now.
no. Like I said, like he had chicken noodle soup broth come out of shit.
Nah, that shit look like
It was mad thin.
shit look like clear
Yeah.
super glue or some shit.
What the fuck? Oh, God. Okay. All right. We got topics.
She wanted to know.
No,
bro.
I only asked because my son is at like the age where
Well,
he's
how old
kinda
is your
like-
son?
He's 12.
Man, listen, I had my little cousin spend the night in my apartment one time. My cousin, he's probably like 14 at the time. If he listened to the podcast, niggas gonna be mad. Shout out to you, brother. But anyway, nigga spent the night in my lotion was empty. Nigga, I had to go somewhere, came back to the crib. Like the lotion was in the second bathroom that only had a toilet in it. And it was empty. I was like, this nigga really just
I don't
did
think
this.
he'd be playing with himself, but he's like
How
at
old is
the he's 12.
12,
He's like
okay.
at the age where like
I think
You
it was the
about to
first
be-
time I
I have to
beat
get out the
12.
bathroom if he's in there, or like if he don't have a towel, he'll be
Yeah.
like, "Mom, can you give me a towel?"
Yeah.
So
The nigga, man. No, you almost the one I got 3 boys. And the oldest one, like, he be running around naked out the shower and stuff. And we both be like, man, put a towel on. Because this nigga's at the age now, he got a vein, like, in
Yeah.
his shit. And I'm just like, no, I
I don't want to see it.
Nigga got a vein in his shit. I'm like, no. Sit down somewhere. Nobody want to see that, dog. This nigga's shit. Nigga make me feel uncomfortable. But 12, whoo-wee, you about to be buying all kinds of suave.
You think so?
Yeah, maybe.
Just lotion.
Yeah.
Man, I remember
had a lotion left
when we was in high school, there was somebody that I think they was addicted to it. From what I heard. I remember,
Look, that nigga doing shit. That nigga definitely heard that shit all through my shit. And you remember, nigga try to cover the mic with his hand. You better find that bleep, dog.
Yeah, fuck it. I can't do it.
Nope.
I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
But yeah, they said that nigga kept a jar of Vaseline and that shit was empty.
So what's the difference in like consistencies? Because
What you
women
mean?
don't need to like put anything down there to
What do
kind
you
of
mean
like
the difference in
like
consistency?
I feel like lotion is very like thin.
I don't be using nothing.
I'm dry handed out here.
Yeah, I'm dry hand. My neck be gray to the motherfucker when I'm done. I'm like,
You know, rub the ash on the shit.
I be ashy. I'm like, this is what girls be talking about right here. I look like one of them. I need a hug, niggas. Where my hug at? that's what my shit.
All right, man. Drake and Jay-Z. Who's the best subliminal? Who drops the best subliminals? I seen that on the timeline the other day.
Did you?
I was like, man, this should be
Who got some examples? I got some examples.
from Jay or Drake.
I got both.
I mean, I got examples on the computer. I can't.
Before you drop your examples, what's your answer?
I ain't got one. I don't want. I want to be Switzerland on this, man. I really don't want to choose.
What about you?
Because here's my. What's up, George? Here's my thing, dog. I feel like Drake's are the most direct. I feel like when he does it and he doesn't say a name, you still know who he's talking about, like specifically. Mm-hmm. I feel like Jay-Z's is way too complicated to, like I was reading through his, like it's like a top 20 or something on XXL, and I was reading through him and I was like, who the fuck knew this? Who knows who the fuck he's like? There was a bunch of Mace ones in there where he's talking about your contract. I'm getting more money than you, and I'm like, nigga, especially at that time where there wasn't no internet or nothing, like you couldn't look up the facts behind what he was saying.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
But I'll say that Jay's bars is more complex though. It's probably why you didn't catch him or get him.
No, I didn't. I don't know he's talking about Mace.
he wasn't invested. He didn't even know the backstory to know like, oh, that's about Mace.
And not just that. Like a lot of them, I won't say a lot of.
They had one on there where it
about
said he was talking about Kobe. I was like, why the fuck was Jay talking about Kobe? I was like, I don't believe that shit.
That's the other thing I feel like is a little corny with Jay-Z is like he had a little stint post retirement where he was dissing brands and shit, like, or he was talking bad about Cristal and it was record labels and different.
But that wasn't subliminal though. It was
it was direct. Yeah, it was direct. But what I'm saying, like, that's the other thing to where, like, I feel like he had a little moment where he was trying to be bigger than your average rapper. Like, look, I'm not beefing with rappers. I'm beefing with brands and shit like that. And I just feel like it was kind of
businessman. I'm a business.
Exactly.
Man.
I feel like he was trying to like.
What's corny about that though?
Damn.
What's corny about that?
Yeah.
I just feel like I felt like he was. It was
I'm
him.
biased where Hope is concerned.
That's fine. That's fine.
Bias on both. That's why. I
Yeah,
asked this question.
definitely.
That's fine. And I just feel like it was him trying to be like above everybody else. I really feel like that same stint where he killed Auto-Tune, he killed Tim's, he killed rappers just in general. Like, just if you rap, you corny, but I'm a rapper and like
He walked it back though.
Not just he wasn't only doing that. He was also dissing. I wish I had some examples. He was dissing brands. He was dissing like different luxury brands.
But
he was
brands that he felt like didn't
record labels
didn't acknowledge the fact that I am who I am and I spend this amount with you and my people make sure your family eats.
People
and then he's rapping to him. Why?
Because he's a rapper.
Oh, I don't like that. I ain't like that. He had that moment.
If that's your art form.
No.
What should he have done? It's not like he does a ton of interviews, so he gonna go on this interview and be like, "Yeah, fuck Cristal."
Okay.
Well, who you got?
I would pick Drake.
Ooh.
Drake got the best.
I think that Drake does it the best.
All you self-promoters are janky.
I think that Drake does it the best because I agree with Vern. Like, Hove, some of his disses, like, even though they disses, we don't really know who they to.
And really don't care.
And Drake's is more quotable. Like, you gonna hear a Hove diss and you'll be like, oh, that was spicy.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna be like, I gotta put this in a caption. But
That's a different time though.
You know what though?
But he still raps.
But he don't really do it no more.
To counter your
He's
argument,
on his like
even though we agree.
unifying everybody shit. Like you don't beef with nobody for real. He ain't
Who?
really. Except President Trump,
Who?
Hove.
Oh yeah,
Jay-Z. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Shit like that.
Like he dissed Trump. The whole verse
with the
was
president and Vladimir Putin and shit. Like, don't nobody want to hear you diss fucking Kim Jong Un. Like, we don't care about that.
I mean, but you also have to be mindful of who attacks him. Like fucking
Trump. Yeah, I mean he responded to Trump.
Do you think that?
Bill O'Reilly was attacking him for a while.
Yeah, man.
Tommy Lauren, like
Yeah, I don't like that.
But I don't think any subliminals though.
Yeah.
He's dissing them. You know exactly who he's talking about.
You know exactly who he's talking about, yeah.
But
I'm just saying.
The Drake only goes at people who, like he got that one, he was like, what'd he say, niggas is too concerned with women in fashion or some shit. Mm-hmm. And everybody said he was talking about A$AP Rocky, but it should just be like, why are you talking about
anybody on that one?
But I mean, it sounded like he was talking about A$AP Rocky to me because he hadn't put music out in a minute. Yeah. And I was just like, why is he even talking about
Money Can Buy, by the way. That's the song.
Yeah, I'm just like, why
you said he's what?
That's the song.
Dreams Money Can Buy.
Oh, okay.
Like, why is he talking about A$AP Rocky? I don't recall A$AP Rocky.
Them having any issues.
I don't think they got any issues.
Do you think that? Why do you think that any of them do it? Like, I don't think Jay-Z had issues with half the people on this list of people that he was throwing some.
I mean, a lot of the people on that list is in New York niggas. We don't know what goes on in New York. Like, Jay and Cam didn't like each other until like last year when they squashed the shit, whatever they had going on.
What was the beef with him and 50 Cent?
I honestly feel like a lot of hoes beefs be other people beefing with him, and he really don't care.
Yeah, I mean, 50 came into the industry dissing everybody, and then Hove he performed at his concerts. I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent? 50 came in dissing literally everybody. He was still dissing Hove every now and then. And I thought they was cool. Fair. Like he was just dissing Hove's business. He was like the way he does, man. He was like talking about him like a few years ago.
How do y'all feel about that though? Like people trying to get on in a certain industry and doing it with the stance of like I'm better than X, Y, and Z.
No, we can't say nothing because we did that. We did that when we broke into the podcast industry and became the number 2 millionth podcast in the world.
I think that's crippling.
You think it's
for building relationships?
It definitely is. You right. Like I don't.
But some people don't like 50. He don't give a fuck.
But
now he's like a troll. I seen a tweet the other day.
It works for 50.
I seen a tweet the other day that said that. I seen a tweet the other day that said Nicki's lucky that she ain't fuck with 50. She was like, that nigga would have been in California in the neighborhood handing out flyers saying you live next to a sex offender.
Yeah.
It's like he's that petty. He definitely would have been on that.
I like her question though. Like as far as talking about crippling yourself by trying to diss somebody or step on somebody's neck just to get to the next rung. Mm-hmm. I agree with that like 1,000%. It's not going to work. It ain't going to work for everybody. And the ones that it does work for is an anomaly. You look at 50 Cent, somebody who actually did that and it worked for him. He's got his hands in everything.
But I don't think nobody came in like doing that since him though.
People do that all the time. It doesn't even have to be like celebrities. Just and the business that I do, like I see like, you know, other artists, they'll post their work and be like, y'all sleeping on me or such and such. And it's just like, I mean, I post my work, but I don't feel like I gotta talk shit and post my work because
y'all sleeping on me is not a good example. They might really feel like they're getting slept on.
I didn't want to say the back end of that because then it speaks to somebody specifically.
Who are you talking about? I'm just playing.
Yeah,
but later, I do want to ask you about some makeup questions, though.
Okay.
But anyway,
I think
you got Jay-Z.
I got Jay-Z, bro.
Yeah, because as
Dude's
much as
the originator, bro. Like Drake don't do it better than what he did it.
That's the reason why I would give Hove the edge too, is because he did it first, and I feel like Drake is kind of following.
He did it first.
Jay-Z did it first.
I mean, compared to the two of them, or generally
to the two of them. To the two, I feel like Drake is following.
But he was an artist
I think Jay is like literally like the king of that though. Like I think people were saying that. If you go back to like Pac, like nigga, he would literally say niggas directly.
Their names. He would say their names.
That's why a lot of niggas don't like when Jay does that because they be like, bro, just say the nigga's name.
Just say his name.
Because like, in the 90s, like a lot of niggas was just direct with who they was talking to, and you can say that the most popular like song that's subliminal is Biggie, that Who Shot You. Like he never said no name in there, but everybody thought he was talking about Pac.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he was talking about anybody. I think it was just a song. But
it was just if you like
Pac
watch
said
a
he
little
was talking about
documentary
him,
or
and
the
that's
movie or
when
whatever, they
It
said
was bad time when
it was bad timing.
Yeah.
They said that it was bad timing when they like he had made the song and then that happened.
he had made the song like a year before, right?
Yeah, and then that happened. Then he decided to put it out, and it was just like
Honestly, though, I feel like that whole situation was like the first form of clout chasing.
I thought that it was the biggest example of miscommunication.
Hold on, you talking about Biggie and Pac?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Like, I feel like they really saw like the division happening and they was like, okay, let's build on this.
No, I don't think they.
I think
Pac did, because it's like on record. Like niggas were saying that at the Vibe Awards and all that. Pac said, "Bro, we just doing this to sell records," but the shit went too far. But it didn't even. I don't even think it went too far with Biggie, because I don't think Biggie had nothing to do with him getting killed. It was just that dude got in. I think Pac just got in over his head. He was trying to be
something he wasn't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people scared to say that.
And then he
What was he though? He was a lot of things.
Exactly.
I think that Pac was very young and like he died.
Was he 23, 24?
Yeah.
He died,
young.
earlier than my age now, and I feel like I'm still
learning
myself. So I think that he was just a lot of things.
You 30 yet, Kira?
Yeah, I just turned 30 in December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy belated.
Thank you. Thank you.
A whole season done went by. We're saying happy belated birthday. But yeah, to your point though, I agree with that. I feel like Pac really broke through in entertainment on an artsy, you know what I'm saying, in an artsy kind of lane, and didn't want to be associated with that. Because I mean, for real, low key, Pac was kind of on the same path as a Tribe Called Quest type shit like that. But
I was gonna say on it as an ASAP.
If you talk about like today, yes, somebody to compare him to somebody today, ASAP Rocky that's a perfect example of who he would have been had he not tried to go so deep into the thug shit, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like he didn't want to be associated with that because of the kind of how, like if, for example, you know how they'd be like, oh man, you in a group chat with full of dudes, that's gay. You wear a hoop earring, that's gay. You Imagine how bad that shit was back in the time when people looked at gay or whatever the way that it was. I mean, he was just an artsy type of person. He come off as, I mean, you wouldn't look at him and consider him. Yeah. You wouldn't look at him and consider him a thug.
He was into fashion too, because I remember he said Versace called him a beautiful man.
Yeah.
Was Versace gay? I think so.
He was definitely gay.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, but Tupac said that he called him a beautiful man and shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't think somebody like that would end up being America's Most Wanted. Hit him up. You wouldn't see that coming from him at the beginning of his career.
Yeah, that was also it was a different.
I thought he was
time
trying to detach himself.
Do you
from
feel
that.
like his aggression was like turned up because he wanted to detach from like?
Yes.
The art
yeah.
form?
I feel like it murdered him. Straight up.
You feel like if Pac was in the 2000s and he was acting the same way, you think he would get killed too?
No.
I think so.
Really?
Yeah. We just seen Pop Smoke get killed. Why would you think
Pop Smoke got killed? I feel like, I think Pop Smoke. Man, we don't do topics like this no more.
It wasn't the same though.
But
he was a target a little bit.
Pop Smoke. There's little niggas out here. There's people out here.
But I'm saying you got niggas like you got niggas like Tekashi. Why is he not like Tupac? He's popping shit just like Pac was. And
there's people that
he's
out here
alive.
that does shit for attention. I feel like Pac wasn't looking for attention. He was trying to detach himself from something that he really actually was.
Said, well, from Biggie's crew, they said that he told him that he was trying to sell records.
No, I don't believe it. I mean, I believe that's part of
Tekashi,
that.
I think Tekashi's trying to do the same thing. You can see he got in and just started telling on everybody. I think it was just to sell records. Like she said, clout chasing. It's to me, it sounded like the same shit. I agree with her. She just said it. She was like, "That's the start of clout chasing."
Okay. I don't think
I wasn't
the biggest fucking.
I wasn't speaking about Pac
musician.
though. I think the retaliation from Biggie's end, like he was making it like, I really don't want to go here with you, but it was like once Tupac did certain stuff, he's like, fuck it, like, this nigga getting some rings from this, some sales, I'm gonna do something too.
So on Big's part, you thought that it was cloud chasing.
Yeah, because it just goes back to what I said earlier.
You think Big was getting sales though? They was both at the top of the game. Like they was both eating. It was enough room for both of them.
Yeah, but I feel like if you as a person, your character says, I'm not stooping to that level, then you stick with that. He didn't stick with it. I feel like he only changed.
Why do you think Biggie scooped it? I don't think. What you mean, like from the Who Shot You song? Like, what are you talking? I don't recall Biggie like ever speaking bad
I think
about
that
doing nothing.
He knew that it would be received the way that it was, but he still was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it." Even though who he really was didn't want to.
That was
do
a different time though. You think Biggie dropped that or the label? Like to me, it was like I don't know if Biggie was in control of his music. Like niggas is in control.
The
now,
way it was portrayed
like Drake
and like
putting out
the
leaks left and
movies
right.
and like the bios was like Biggie was like, let's drop it.
And they was trying to talk him out of it.
And Puff was trying to talk him out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
I still don't think, because I just don't think that he was. I don't feel like he did anything as retaliation to Pac ever at any point. I just feel like if you watch like the interviews and stuff like that, the things he's saying, I mean, we could. That's all we have to go by. He really wasn't concerned with what was going on with that situation. He was just like, I don't know why this is happening. This is basically what he was saying.
That, and then you had Puffy and Suge had whatever shit they had going on too.
Yeah.
And they was both like, yeah, Suge's definitely not a gang member, but he was heavily affiliated. And then this rumor that Puffy was affiliated
but just
with.
being on tape saying, I don't know why this is going on, doesn't mean you don't really know why it's going on.
That's for sure.
That's all we got. What else can we do?
Yeah, but it's equivalent to Kanye being like, Drake, you're my brother. Why won't you call me? And you know exactly what's going on.
No, that's different.
If you on tape saying one thing, but you know something else.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit different. What's your favorite shot? Your favorite subliminal from Jay-Z, since that's your pick, right?
You said my favorite from Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Damn, you put me on the spot.
My bad. I thought we was coming prepared.
He got a lot of them. Like he was dissing Dipset on like a Beyonce song one time. And I was like, that's hard. I can't remember what song it was, but he was definitely throwing shots at Jim Jones or Cam. And I was like, bro, this nigga on the pop charts on an R&B record dissing it. Well, Beyonce, it wasn't even an R&B record. It was like Dangerous in Love. It was one of them songs, bro. And the nigga threw a shot. Something about roulette or something. I can't remember. But yeah, that ain't my favorite. But that's why I think he's so dope. Because dude would just he can just slide shit in anywhere. But
I like when Drake told Tyga, act your age and not your girl's age.
Yeah. I think I always liked the little Hove bar where basically Cam did a remix on a Hove beat, I think it was, and he talked about Hove like wearing like flip flops, like you got on chancletas,
yeah,
right. And then when Hove addressed it, he was like, "Yeah, I got on flip flops, white Louis Vuitton shoes. Y'all should go the fuck up. Come here, let me coach you."
Yeah,
poor Cam, because that's a body.
It's funny. I'm looking at this list on XSL, and they got where dude you was talking about corporations. On to the next one, dude he going to Def Jam Records.
See what I'm saying?
Baby, I'm a boss. I don't do what they do. I don't get dropped. I drop the label.
That's a big fact. That's boss talk.
Man, come on,
you're not inspired by that.
I'm not inspired by that.
Yeah, you don't hear certain Hove like little shots, and you like, damn, I gotta do more.
Because I feel like he purposely raps over his. Let me tell y'all my beef with Jay-Z. All right, y'all ready? All right. What was his last album? What was the one where he was rapping? The one before that where he was rapping about. Which one was he rapping about? Like having
Magna
art.
Carta.
He was having art.
Magna Carta.
Okay, yeah. He's like he purposely. I feel like you should know your demographic. You should know who you're talking to. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I feel like Jay-Z kind of takes advantage of being this, high up god in the culture. Okay, and he takes advantage of it by like rapping over people's heads, saying talking about shit that like we never gonna be able to afford or accomplish. You know what I'm saying? And it's not motivating at all because it's just an out of reach dream.
Nah, I think that's perception.
That's motivation, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think,
bro. It's like he's saying like, look where I came from.
He never talks about where he came from
because he did, nigga, already 17 albums ago.
Don't tell me don't give me the example of he talked about where he comes from and look where he is now. No, he only talks about where he is now. I can't get motivated.
Why would he talk about where he came from? Because he hasn't been in that life for 30 years now. He has a whole
discography full of where he came from.
I just don't like. I don't like it.
When he went back to what?
It's just about preference because I personally feel a way about artists who like have been removed from where they came from for at least 15 years and they still talking about.
Yeah. And it's not that
she's throwing shots at Push.
I'm not.
Nah, she was arguing. We was arguing at the DM one day about that.
Let's get on that. Let's get on that here in a second.
I just don't feel like Push has a real reason for his beef with Drake.
He don't. It's really just an extension from his beef with Lil Wayne that can't be explained.
That, and I feel like Push doesn't feel like he gets the recognition he should get in this industry, and because he doesn't respect Drake's person, he goes at Drake.
He takes it out on Drake.
Why are you so popular and I'm not? That's how I really feel about their situation.
I think she makes a good point. I don't see, because for real, Pusha T and Drake had one of the biggest beefs of the year, and there's no backstory.
Yeah. And he went on a podcast, and the podcast was 3.5 hours, and he still never gave a legit reason why they beefing.
He said the Drake part was because of the Big Sean shit. Him and Big Sean had something. He was like,
yes,
Big Sean's
but then,
good. So he was like, I shoot. When niggas shoot at my niggas, I shoot.
Yeah, but the rebuttal was, all right, if you mad at somebody for shooting at your niggas, why you not rapping at everybody else? Which is a good point.
Everybody.
And then he was like, I can't rap at everybody. But why Drake? Why are you selecting Drake specifically?
What you mean?
He was dissing Drake before that shit happened
everybody.
anyway.
Who's everybody to be coming at Big Sean and
Kanye and nigga? Come on, dog.
Who comes at Kanye?
Come on, man.
Hove. And I ain't never heard Push rap at Hove.
When did Hove come at Kanye?
And you never will.
Something about on 444?
Yes.
That wasn't one about Kanye.
No, all over the album.
Nah, all I heard was one line on the fucking intro.
Okay.
I'm saying all I heard was that one line where he's like, gave me 20 minutes on stage. Fuck, what was he thinking? Like, what else did you say about Kanye?
I mean, even on the album with him and Beyonce, he raps at Kanye.
I do remember that. But that's nothing though.
The point is,
why you get to pick and choose?
These are both big bodies in the industry. If you mad at certain rap niggas for rapping at the niggas in your camp,
bro, Jay-Z and Kanye is brothers. Every interview he says we brothers and we just disagree on shit. So why is Pusha gonna go rap at Jay for Jay saying
why
I'm not going to your
Drake
wedding?
When 1 minute Kanye's beefing with him and 1 minute Kanye's asking this nigga to pull up to the studio?
They not beefing.
He said they got a bromance. Which is why Drake's a diss record to Push and Kanye makes so much sense.
He don't know what's going on. Drake don't know what the hell's going on.
But and Push said that
Push makes his beef about things that it's really not about. I really feel like you just feel like you should have this man's place in the industry.
Before that whole blow up, he was still going at him. He was going at him before that. Like he was licking at his chops.
But they was going at each other for years. We just talked about
each other. What did Drake say about Pusha T before this?
Bro, they was dropping subliminals at each other for years.
Yes, but Push started the subliminals. This is what I'm saying.
Push started the shit really for no reason.
Bro, somebody got to start something. How you gonna have a battle, bro? If the shit it's got to get started some way, bro. But he said it started from the two labels and shit. And Baby saying that in the interview saying Good and Cash Money and all this other shit because Good had.
It goes back before that. It's way
they was beefing like with. I don't know what happened to that boy.
And Mr. Me Too and all that.
They was beefing on that, yeah. But Mr. Me Too, that was about Wayne. Drake wasn't even around yet.
That's where the shit started though. That's where it started. It starts at Mr. Me Too. Whatever they issue was with Wayne.
Fuck all that. She thinks Drake won.
Drake won beef? You think Drake won?
Yeah.
I
think Drake won just because when people talk about, I don't think that Drake got outbarred. And that's why I feel like he won. I feel like he made the better record. I feel like he made the better record, and Push's like wow factor on his diss record was the fact that he said Drake had a baby. The shit that he said about Drake's mother or Drake's relationship with his father is all shit that Drake has said about himself and his, family standing. So I don't feel like he did anything, ridiculously crazy besides saying, you got a baby that you hiding from the world.
He ruined Drake. He used Drake in blackface as the cover.
He ruined his Adidas deal. He had my bad.
No, go ahead.
In summary of what you're trying to say or was about to say, he had info on the biggest artist in the world that we didn't know about. Aside from the baby, he had the Adidas thing. He had the photo shoot with the blackface. This is shit that you would think the most popular person in the world, everybody would know these things.
So you know about all the deals that big artists do before they do them?
No, we don't. But hold on. First of all, yes, we do.
No, we don't.
We do.
We don't know about shit
Drake
that
was definitely wearing Adidas. He was wearing Adidas for 4 months straight.
Yes.
Like before that, he was in Boost and performing with Kanye, and Kanye gifted him the 750s or whatever.
But what I'm saying is we don't know about all the deals that they do before they're done.
You can see it coming. Travis Scott had all the pink box SBs on all last year. If we didn't know that he was going to drop a dunk this year, you'd be foolish. Like you just know, like certain things you can see coming. Drake definitely had stopped wearing. He started wearing Adidas exclusively, and hadn't said.
And he had OVO Jordans, so he went from wearing OVO Jordans to just only rocking Adidas. And they was in like sneaker, like all the little sneaker blogs were saying the dude was rumored to be signing a deal, but nobody knew the name of the deal. Yeah, this nigga said the whole name of the company, Adidas.
He was it was a rollout for announcing his son.
He's using his son for a rollout, like.
Yeah,
that still ties back to what I said. His biggest wow factor was announcing the fact that Drake had a child.
Kira, do you think Pusha T is a dope rapper?
I think that he's talented. He's not an artist that I like.
I feel like he's an
artist or a rapper, because he's not an artist. He's a rapper.
He's definitely a rapper.
Okay. I think that he's a talented rapper, but he's not my favorite style of rap.
I feel like he's an elite rapper who is an acquired taste.
I respect that.
I can see why he'd be in some people's top 5, and I can see how he wouldn't be in some people's top 100.
I'm trying to think of the word I used to describe him and Benny. Can't remember what I said, but they got their lane. Like they don't stray from. It's literally dope rap. They don't stray from that. And Push has just been doing it. Like he's been doing it since 01. Clips dropped in 01, 02. So he's just been doing it for almost 20 years.
Kira, I agree with you on
but
Drake's,
what do you think about him not really being like fucking the biggest kingpin alive? But that's all he wants to fucking talk about.
What you mean?
It's kind of
you know how people talk about Rick Ross, like you talk about all this shit and you was a fucking CO. Mm-hmm. I feel like
Rick Ross top 5, by the way.
I feel like Push. You wasn't nickel and diamond, but you wasn't fucking Lobos.
Jay-Z said he lost 92 bricks. You believe that shit? No.
He said one thing. Pusha T's whole discography.
Why do you deflect?
I'm not deflecting. I'm just saying why are niggas in rap not supposed to like just be like.
But that's
like super
all
extra.
That he raps about. That's what I'm saying.
Because that's his life. That's all he knows.
That's not his fucking life.
Bro, if he's a dope dealer, that's all he knows.
Got a kid on the way. This nigga's a fucking president of whatever the fuck. He's got artists.
Bro, but
he's got Adidas deals. He got so much other shit going on that he can talk about. His whole discography is crack.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
He also feels like a 2D rapper to me. Like he belongs in a group. Like Pusha T to me is good for 16 bars. Imagine, do y'all remember like the duo era, the Young Bloods? What's that one? I'm So Sick of Being Lonely.
Feel Ma.
Feel Ma. The little duos. Any of them duos. I love you
feel like Webby and Boosie was a duo too, even though they weren't. They did a lot of music together to make you feel like.
Imagine one of them duos back in that era going solo. Like one of the people in it. Like you
wouldn't pay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that about like I'll see Pusha T that way. Like there's one full length Pusha T project that I like. That's it.
Yeah.
Like he's just not a.
But how many have you listened to?
Nigga, all of them.
No, nigga, because I definitely played My Name Is My Name on the way to Nashville. You was like, damn, this shit's actually dope, bro. I'm tripping.
And guess what? That was the only one I hadn't listened to.
He only got 3 albums.
Nigga, all of them.
Talking about
all of them.
One of them is 7 songs.
Hold on, dog. So you ain't counting the clip shit?
The way you feel about Push is the way Push feels about Push.
I wonder if he would feel that way about Push if Push was signed to OVO and not Kanye. The thing about Steve that you got to realize is there's you ever watch
was he signed to Star Trek or was he signed to Good when Clips was out? Because I think they got 2 classic albums. So what are you talking about? If
you ever seen the little FBI movies where they trying to figure out who's the murderer or whatever, they got the little board on the thing with the yarn and the thumbtacks everywhere. Trying to figure. Steve stands anybody connected to Kanye West. Nigga tricked me the other day, had me listening to Ant Clemens, which is dope, by the way. It's very dope. But he didn't say, he's like, hey, check this out. This is dope. I was like, damn, this is dope. Yeah, that's Ye's boy.
How else would I know about Ant Clemens?
All right, I don't know. Spotify be giving some
act
suggestions.
Like I only listen to niggas with Kanye. Like I'm sitting here playing Brent Faiyaz. You was like, bro, Thunder Son's way better than this. I'm like, this album's fire.
Yeah, but the things that you stand for though, the people that you stand for, like that's a difference between that group and anybody else.
Bro, I just said my Mount Rushmore the other day. Kanye's on there, but you act like all I do is listen to anybody. I don't think Big Sean's dope like that. I don't like Big Sean for real. I listen to his music, but I don't. He was Kanye's first artist. I don't really care for Big Sean for real.
Okay,
he's Kanye's first, and for me, Kanye's best.
Yikes.
I mean, he ain't really.
He's not that dope to me.
Good. I mean, Common was already made before Big Sean. Yeah. He done had people on good.
He was made before Kanye.
Just because they own good music don't mean I fuck with them, bro.
Okay.
You are funny with that, dude.
Niggas who know you know, Steve.
All right, man. We done talked about music for too fucking long.
It reminds me of the olden days.
I seen this on Facebook the other day.
Okay.
And Vern actually sent it to me, and I was like, damn, bro. I was actually gonna send that to you. I just forgot.
Oh shit! What is this? I don't even know what this is.
So I seen somebody posted on Facebook. It's a story. So the story goes, my husband's baby mama threw a birthday party for their 10-year-old daughter yesterday. Oh, yeah. The baby mama told my husband that I was not invited, so my husband did not go. Now my husband's family, mostly unmarried women, are bashing him for his decision to stand with me, and they are accusing him of being a bad father. His own mother said that I should have been understanding and not become upset if he had gone to the party without me. The baby mama and I have no bad blood. We have never been disrespectful to one another, have not had an argument or any dispute, but she told my husband that I was not welcome to the party because of my attitude. By the way, his daughter loves me and I am known for being very kind and direct. Is my husband right for standing with me, or should he have left me behind to attend his daughter's party to satisfy the family he came from?
You want me to go first?
I say, yeah. Go ahead, tackle it, bro.
No, I got a question for you.
Dive in.
Do you have how's your relationship with your son's father?
Oh, we're good.
Y'all good?
We've always been good.
That's good. Especially since he's 12.
Yeah.
Like, I understand working out the kinks the first 3-4 years.
No, we've never had any kinks.
You ain't never had no kinks. That's good. You know what? The only person that had any fucking sense in that story was the husband. He's the only person got his head on straight. I don't understand why she had to add in the part about and they all unmarried and single. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I think that she added that in because it really depends on their background. If she's religious at all, most people with like a Christian backing, in the Bible it says, when the husband leaves his family, he cleaves to his wife. So yeah, you have a family, but your wife is your immediate family now. And some people stand on the fact that you should support your wife as your immediate family.
Did you answer my question? Is that what? She talked about how
You didn't have a question. You said I don't understand.
You said you don't
what
understand why she kept
the single.
saying
No,
that
she said that his
unmarried.
mother's single and unmarried and stuff like what they got to do with it?
Yeah,
She
because
just
she probably
answered.
feels like if they were married women, they
would
can relate
understand.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Women. If they were married women. Yeah.
I don't agree with
Come
that.
on, podcaster Vern, you ain't pick up on that.
No, I mean I don't. I still even with it broken down, I still don't agree with it. I don't think that has anything to do with it. It has nothing to do with like their opinions. Like their opinions are shitty, and she's just telling the story. I don't know what side of the fence she falls on or whatever. She's just telling the story. But to throw in, it feels like it's more of a shot. It was an unnecessary detail, and it was just a shot.
I just think that's how you're interpreting it. I think she really was.
By the way, they're unmarried, so they wouldn't understand it. No,
yeah, it's the
if his
same as,
mother
like,
said
if
something,
something
she's
happens
been
with
in
a child.
she's been with a man before,
and somebody without a
And-
child is like, oh, I wouldn't do X, Y, and Z. You don't know what you would do when you have
And
children.
this
Like
nigga
the
has
thinking
been
is
on the
always
podcast saying, "Don't talk to
different.
me if you don't have no kids."
Yeah, the thinking is always
What the fuck are
different.
you- what is that? What you
when
say that for?
She's saying the same
experience-
thing. Don't talk
Yeah.
to me if you're not married. You don't understand.
don't talk to me if you have kids. His mother is the one that said the most. She has a son, the husband. So she knows
What do you mean
firsthand how
the
this.
mother said the most.
What the fuck did you just read? She said that his mother was upset with him because he didn't go to his daughter's birthday party.
All she said was she said my
she
husband's
did.
family are bashing him for his decision
She
to
didn't
stand
say
with me.
something about her
Then she said
mother.
her mama is
Whose mama? His or
his
her?
mama. My bad. His mama is talking directly to her, saying that she should have been understanding.
Talking directly to who?
But I don't.
The wife.
She don't say that she told her husband not to go. She just said my husband did not.
He
go.
chose not to go, which is
That's what she
which
made
is
it
what
sound
he
like.
should have
She
did.
didn't say I told my husband not to go.
Which is, I mean, he's right in that. He should have did that.
Man, I'm going.
Huh? You going
I'm
without
not missing
her?
my kid's birthday.
You going without her?
Nah, she coming too.
You about to start a fight.
So
Okay.
cancel
I just
that
feel like
birthday, have my own.
because the thing about having a kid is now you got to handle everything as an adult. You can't be
Especially
childish
as a
about
man,
it.
bro. I'm not missing my daughter's birthday. What
No,
the
it's
fuck?
not about. But still, you got to handle things as like an adult should when it comes to kids, because you don't want to set a bad example for the kids. You don't know what bringing the wife to a party she's not invited to is going. You don't know how that's going to end. You don't know how it's going to end. So do you support your wife? And it ain't even a thing to where you're choosing your wife over your daughter or nothing like that. It's just like, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kick back at the crib. And the next time I get my daughter, we going to celebrate her birthday. I'll apologize to her. She's going to understand later. Whatever there is to understand. But right now, it's nothing that she can do. You know, it's nothing that I can do to make anybody grow up or be whatever way. Like this, to me, the crazy thing about that is that at the end when she's like, there's no bad blood between me and the baby's mother, but she still wasn't invited. So obviously there's some kind of bad blood there, because I got a situation like not a situation like that, but I'm in a relationship with somebody who has a kid by somebody else. And we just actually went to he had a banquet for his little basketball team, and me, him, and her, and his girlfriend all sat at the same table, chopped it up like it was nothing. Like we was kicking it. Like
Yeah.
everything was cool. Like we are adults about the situation. And he had a family night out. I was like, hey, make sure you call his dad, and come to the family night out. Because being an adult in the situation, I understand the importance of a father and his son's relationship, a father and his daughter's relationship. I understand those things. So I wouldn't ever put my girl in a situation where it's like, he's not invited to this. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
you wouldn't, but that doesn't mean that's not her truth. Because have you ever seen, it's like a meme and it says something like, pay attention to how people treat you when certain people are around. It says what they've been saying about you behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a situation where they really don't have an issue, but when she comes together with her family and friends, she's acting like, oh, well, he does this for his wife. You've been speaking about her in a negative light. So to paint her in that light and then have her here at the birthday party and you being buddy-buddy, now you got to answer to your friends and your family about, what you have been saying.
you speaking from the point of view of the child's mother that didn't invite the baby mother.
Yeah.
Is that your stance on this?
No, my stance comes from the child. I feel like I relate more to the child.
Okay.
And nobody has talked about what the trauma is for the child. In the
I just
situation.
did.
No, you said
in the
the
thing.
husband's stance and what he can do moving forward.
Yeah.
But
it's about the kid.
what about in the moment, though?
It's about the kid.
That's why I said I'm going.
What about in the moment? Because as a child who I feel like I had parents who never worked it out to really co-parent healthily.
Yeah.
And now my relationship with my dad suffers because of it.
Yeah.
And he has always stood on the side of his wife.
I just don't feel like it's fair, man.
Even as an adult now, I still feel like I get the short end of the stick.
Do you think that in this situation right here, what we're reading, do you think that he should have went without his wife?
Yeah, I do. She definitely does.
I've never been married. So I try to always think about situations that involve marriage from that stance. I've never been married. However, I am a parent. And as a parent, I'm going.
I'm sorry. Like, and of course, no disrespect. It's all love. But I don't feel like, I feel like your answer kind of creates a different scenario. You know what I'm saying? Where you say, you was like, I'm a parent. I'm not in a relationship. So as a parent, I'm going. I see what you're saying.
Because the only person offended in this story is a wife who's uninvited. That's something we can deal with.
Yeah, I was about to say we're gonna have to talk about that shit later on.
Why does the child have to suffer?
Birthday party though.
I don't feel like that.
Nigga, your wife can leave you at any time. Your kid is always gonna be there.
If this is a wife we talking about, like we talking about a family, right? Which is, by definition, a unit. Whether this kid is, however they split in the time or whatever, this kid's still part of this family. So is the wife. So now you have to make the tough decision to
support your kid or your wife.
It's not is it a support thing though? Is it a support?
Why,
First of all, if it's
why is you going to a birthday not supporting your kid? If you don't go, you're not supporting.
Why are we having a party separately? Why am I not in?
We're not.
You're not having a party separately.
You as my baby father and my kid as my kid. We're all having a party together.
No. I'm invited to it. The husband's invited to the party. He ain't putting in half or nothing. Like, this ain't a party that they did as a joint, because then that way the wife would be involved. Like, I feel like we really letting the immaturity off the hook by saying, "Oh, the kid, I'm gonna do this for my kid." No, you letting immaturity off the hook.
I'm not letting immaturity off the hook. I just think that her not being invited is not the biggest picture in this scope.
I understand. I get that, and I understand that. I just don't. I just feel like that. I feel like you get if you have to co-parent, there's so much sacrificing you have to do already as is. You know this. Who'd your son spend Christmas with?
He spent Christmas with me.
See what I'm saying? There's always sacrifices you have to make as a co-parent. So
yeah, but there are also Christmases he spends with his dad.
Yeah, but he doesn't spend Christmas with both of y'all. And that's not, it's just how, you see what I'm saying? It's just kind of how the cookie crumbles when y'all not together anymore.
Offended.
Nobody's offended. You're right, because y'all have it worked out. They obviously don't. They don't. Like, the baby father, baby mother don't have anything worked out. So now the child has to suffer. Now, if the baby father has kids with this wife, those kids have to suffer too, as well as that kid, and then the wife has to suffer too, and he also has to suffer. You think that you don't, like, you got to know that, like, looking at things from a parent's point of view, I agree with you. A kid's point of view, I agree with you wholeheartedly about that. The parents want to be there for their kids too. They don't want to miss anything. But you can't. It's just the immature thing to be like, you can come, but you can't. And then we don't pay any attention to that. What we're looking at is, oh, you feeling this way, and I'm just gonna ignore how you feel and go do whatever the hell I want to do, and then deal with your feelings later. Like, no, that's not fair either. Maybe the source of the problem is, why, if we don't have any issues, am I not invited? Why can't we both come? I sit off in a corner, you spend time with your kid, and then we go and we leave. And then once we leave, y'all can talk about me however the hell y'all want to.
Have you ever been at a birthday party where somebody sat off in the corner?
Yeah. I've done it.
And how'd you feel about it?
Huh?
I mean,
like for me,
I feel like it puts a certain energy on the party, and I'd rather you just not be here.
No, I feel like that if that's, first of all, oh my gosh, you are really like, I take this as you just defending the immaturity.
I'm not defending the immaturity at all. I'm just saying, given the circumstances, I think it is very immature that she doesn't want to invite the wife. However, granted, it must be her party if she's inviting the dad. And my party, I get to invite who I want to invite. I
just feel like inviting a dad,
being uninvited, and being offended by it, to me, that's an entitlement attitude. Because you feel like you should be there. Why shouldn't I be there? And the way that she attacked her status has some entitlement. I'm his wife. You're not married. You can't understand how I feel. I'm not saying she shouldn't feel how she feels, but I don't think how she feels is the biggest issue here.
I think she attacked statuses after the decision was made. She was attacking the statuses of the people who was attacking him.
Yeah, but he had already made his decision. So why are you even making a status? Your husband stood with you.
So we can do a podcast.
No. So she could stir up some drama on Facebook.
No, I mean, but it's worth the discussion.
That's immature too. Because being uninvited is immature, but then you making a status and creating this,
like I said,
viral moment is also immature.
Like I said, the only one that had their head on their shoulders was the husband. That's the only one who's normal here. So we
the only person who's going to be negatively affected is the child.
That's not true, man. I hate talking about. I bring it up every podcast. I spent a year without my son once. Mm-hmm. It's the hardest fucking year of my life, man. I cried so many fucking nights because like it was months since I had last seen my son. Mm-hmm. The kid isn't the only person who is affected by that. It's the person. It's probably the person who's most affected by it. That's fair to say. But to say the only person affected by it, come on, man. Like I remember being invited to my son's birthday party and not being able and choosing not to go for whatever reason. I chose not to go and sending a gift, and it's just like, fuck.
That's trash.
It's trash. It's trash. But it's.
Did you ever ask your son how he felt about it though?
He's 2. He was 2.
Okay, so what if the child in this situation is not 2? It's a child who processes feelings.
I'm sorry. You told me you spent a Christmas without your son before. Did y'all do Christmas together eventually?
Who, me and his dad?
No, you and so you spent a Christmas without your son because he was at his dad. Right. You do Christmas
all his
with
shit
him.
was
You do
here in
Christmas
Louisville,
with
right?
him. Mm-hmm. You do Christmas with him either before or after, right? It kind of
I don't.
You didn't do Christmas at all. You didn't buy him nothing.
If he's with his dad for Christmas,
that's Christmas.
That's Christmas. If he's with me for Christmas, that's Christmas.
I mean, I was okay.
Now, if I know he's gonna be with his dad, I might send his dad like some extra money, like just whatever you getting. This is my contribution, and his dad does the same thing. But we don't like, oh well, let's do Christmas early because you're gonna be with your dad, or we'll do Christmas when you get back. We don't do that.
How long is he gone? Or what? Like, is this a distance thing?
Yeah, his dad still lives in New York.
Okay. So that's it's kind of hard.
He like goes up there for the whole break, don't he?
No, it varies. Like, he's going up there for this spring break, but last year he didn't go for spring break because we went to Disney.
Well, I'm talking about the Christmas break, like when he spends Christmas up there.
Yeah.
That situation, like I'm versus somebody who's 15, 20 minutes away, co-parenting, right? Y'all still in the same city. I'm assuming Christmas, it just fell on the Saturday that the weekend has the Saturday that the dad has the kid for the weekend. Mm-hmm. So when Monday rolls around, more than likely there's Christmas at home. This is how we do
I
it.
hear
Like
what
he
you're saying.
goes.
Nah, I see what you're saying, but she don't do that.
We split the time, even on like so Christmas morning. You know, he be with us, and either his dad will pick him up later that day, or he'll go over there the next day, and he just gets the Christmas twice. You know what I'm saying? I feel like co-parenting. Hey, birthday fell when mom's got you. We gonna do birthday. You gonna do birthday with dad when we got you. Like this isn't like when you have to co-parent and somebody does a party. Just because they doing a party don't mean that's the party. I can do the same damn thing. I can do
exactly.
a party
So
too.
it means that you also don't have to be offended by the fact that you're not invited to this one. I think
She's offended by being attacked. She wasn't offended. I don't think that she was.
She was definitely offended by the chick saying that
she wasn't invited. That's why she harbored on the fact that we don't have no issues. We haven't had any issues.
She said we've never been in disrespect with each other. We don't have bad blood. And then she said but then she said she didn't invite her because of her attitude. That was
What's the part where she's offended at?
Who?
Where she's offended? Where she's offended about not being invited.
I feel like where she says
where she says we've never had an argument or any dispute or been disrespectful.
It's like, I'm uninvited and we don't have an issue.
Yeah, and then she said I wasn't welcome because of my attitude.
She said she wasn't welcome because of her attitude.
That's what the girl said. The baby mama told her that she wasn't welcome because of her attitude.
An attitude that she apparently just found out about because they never had no problems.
Yeah.
I just don't see.
They never had any problems in her head, but that doesn't mean that there hasn't been actual issues. The same way you could have got
bad vibes from something.
Something has occurred. For the fact that they, like you said, having a separate party, something has happened.
Yeah.
You're not just uninvited to a party. Like,
you're right. Bruh.
But it still ties back to the fact that I feel like it's an ego involved. Like there's an entitlement attitude to be there. Let me tell you why I feel like that. Me personally.
She's a whole stepmom. And
me personally,
she got an ego. No, like if you marry somebody and they got kids, eventually them kids they feel like it feels like it's your kid. I got a 9-year-old. I call him my own. Mm-hmm. Like that's my son to me. Me and his mom's not married yet, but that's my son to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different opinion than I had last year, Papa Russ. But that's a separate situation and story.
Niggas came a long way, taking photos and everything.
Yeah,
so totally against it.
Yeah. But I'm
get your story out though, bro. We gotta wrap up, bro.
This nigga wants to watch the fucking Clippers.
I want to watch the game, but you wanted to ask about makeup, but you still going on that. So go ahead, bro. Get your story out.
Okay, all right. This has been episode 58.
Get your story out, bro.
we go. Yeah. That stepdad thing is a title. Like that's a thing. Like you can grow an attachment to somebody else's kid.
But who decides what you get to do with that title?
The mom? Does the mom get to decide? Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking who decides.
I don't know. But the question sounds like the correct answer is mom.
There's no correct answer. I really want to know.
I don't think I would hope that everybody in a co-parenting situation can be an adult for the sake of the kid.
Yes, but what do you consider being an adult? In my situation personally, my son's father has 3 other boys. Manolo, which is about 4 years younger than Ethan, and he has a set of twins who just turned 1. Same mother. He's been with her since my son was about 2. I didn't meet her physically until, I won't even say physically because it was actually a FaceTime call, but until my son was about 5. However, my son has been around her since she was 2, and it's because I respect my son's father. Mm-hmm. So if there was a situation where she felt like, I don't really know her, I don't want to invite her to Manolo's birthday party, I'm not going to be like, we all family.
Yeah.
We ain't never had an issue.
You wouldn't be offended if she didn't invite you to
and I don't think she would be
birthday party.
I don't think she would be offended if I was like, I haven't met Christina yet, so I don't want her to come to Ethan's birthday party.
Why would you not see that as an opportunity to meet her?
It's not that I wouldn't, but this is an event that I'm hosting for my child. I don't even think I'm going to have the energy to be like, hey girl, thanks for, looking out for my kid. It's just not the space for it. The birthday party is not the place for it, in my opinion. It's just in my opinion. Also, I don't throw birthday parties anymore, but when I really host. Mm-hmm. So it's no room to be like, hey, I see you. Like, it's... Okay. But I think there is some history there. Regardless of what the status says, I think we have her side, and there's probably a side for the baby mother, and then there's probably the truth.
Yeah. It's three sides to every story.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But I don't agree with you.
That's fine. We can agree to disagree.
I'm sad that we didn't come to even a middle ground on this.
Really? I'm not. I'm not, because I respect.
No, I mean, it's just as two people who are in co-parenting situations. I only thought that
I thought that was a good one, bro.
I only thought
both.
I think there's one way to do it, and you come with another way that, or not necessarily.
I think the beauty of co-parenting is everybody has to do it at a different angle. Seriously, just because people's personalities are different. Yeah,
you got three. If you when it comes to co-parenting and then the parents are in a relationship, you got three different people that's got to match up on the same wavelength, and that's probably next to impossible. I just feel like to make it easier, to make it more relaxing, let's not do anything silly like that. Let's not do anything silly like I don't know, you see you're not invited, or last time I got a vibe from you, so just because I got this inkling you're not invited. I just come on, man, like come on.
And I think
you gonna be there? Bring your wife, man. She's more than invited, man. What's she like to drink?
Yeah, but that's I feel like host. Men generally say blanket statements like that.
Like
what? It's not a real issue. Like, you got an inkling. Like,
no, that's some.
But the way that women
it's some catty shit.
Yeah, it catty. Is. That's what I'm saying.
You got
the way
feeling.
That women deal are
did
very
she look better
different.
than you last time y'all was in the same room? Like, I got those shoes, but didn't decide to wear them today.
No, I agree. It's something there, and it is catty, but it's my event, and that's just on. Period. Like,
okay, all right. I'm glad you said that.
You done?
I'm done, man. I'm glad you said that, for real.
Okay.
This was episode 58, y'all. Let me hit these plugs real quick.
Well, let her plug her shit.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Can you change a nigga whole face? Can you make somebody like, you know how they be doing stuff where they make people look like cats and shit?
Like FX, that's not my thing.
Okay.
I've never really
know if you can make him not ugly.
Yes, please.
Well, we're all beautiful to someone.
Huh? Oh.
We're all beautiful to someone.
Oh, okay.
So what I make you might still be ugly to somebody.
Go ahead, plug your stuff.
Plug your social medias and all that.
Yeah, let them know where they can find your son's mother.
You are a child. I'm on Instagram as Hate Kira.
I know you.
Do you?
No, I don't. But I've seen your name before. It's H8, right?
Yes.
Okay.
H8KEERA.
Yeah, okay. I've seen you around.
I do makeup full time. I've also ventured into nails now, and I sell lashes.
Man, you could have got us a nice little manicure on the show.
She sells lashes.
Mm-hmm. We hate them, but
I know. I heard that too. I had some thoughts about that. You know, Kyle, we were speaking about him earlier. Kyle tweeted one time, ooh, look at these 25mm lashes. The guys are going to love this. And I retweeted it and I said, typical males. They think everything women do is for them.
All right, bro, close the show.
All right.
I've heard that
seriously, because when you buy a hat, you're not like, the bitches don't love this.
That's feminist talk right there.
A hat?
Yes, a hat is an accessory the same way lashes are an accessory.
What? A beard extension would be the same thing as eyelashes.
But beard extensions do exist.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They do.
Don't not exist no more.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. No, let's get out of here.
This is episode 58. You can follow us at New Pod Flow Podcast on Instagram, New Pod Flow _pod on Twitter. You also can tell your baby mother on the way to the birthday party that we can be found at Stitcher, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, I think. Yeah. Just run our shit up, man. Please, we need it. We need it. Also, listening. Why? And also, you can shop the merch. Get your kids something. Tell your kid's stepmother to buy a T-shirt for the kid for their birthday at newpodflow.com/shop. Okay, and we'll see y'all on episode 59.
What the fuck was that? This nigga cutting a wrestling promo.
New Pod Flow.
Hey, that was fun, Kira. Appreciate you coming through.
New Pod Flow.